Welcome back. Now we'll continue our series on our road to the 2015 elections in February next year, and I'm have here with me Kayode Adegbola, a lawyer. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And of course, Jude Egbas. Thanks for coming. Before we go into, I want to talk about the youth and all of that. But before we go into that, let's touch a little bit on the candidates. And a lot of things have happened in the last week, plus with a lot of candidates coming out in the APC declaring that they're going to run. Some receive with mixed feelings. Buhari, for example. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that because of this democratic regime that we're in, it's always very good to see people come out to run for election. I don't particularly have a problem with Buhari's candidature, and so I wish him the best with that. And there are other candidates within the APC who are looking to run for the presidency. I have great faith in the leadership of the party in expecting that there will be primary elections, and so we wait till then and see how things go.
But a lot of people have said that candidates in the APC seem to be dragging their foot with all of this. Just two candidates have confirmed that they'll be running, General Buhari and Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president. I did see on social media today, not very sure, that former Governor Saraki, the senator now, has postponed or suspended his declaration for president. So are they about to shoot themselves in the foot, seeing how strong the PDP candidates, who is Mr. President, is?
No, I think that the candidates who have already declared are the best the APC can offer at this time. Because if you look at it critically, these guys, the front runners now, are the ones who have been, they're the ones who have been touting their presidential, who have been trying to be, at one time or the other, they want to be president, and they've been campaigning to be presidents for a long time now in different dispensations. So if you look at those who are who are at the front row now, you can say that's the best the APC has to offer.
Do you agree?
I don't particularly agree that that those two candidates are the best that APC has to offer, and also I'm aware that Sam Nda Isaiah has
he's also up as well.
Chairman of Leadership Newspapers has also declared his. I think he was actually the first person
a long time
to
ago,
declare his intention to run for president. I also believe that His Excellency Senator Saraki's announcement of his suspending his presidential ambition is strategic, because it must be that he has some role or the other to play in the emergence of the party's main candidate. And so I wouldn't go too far to say that the General Buhari and His Excellency Atiku Abubakar are the best that APC has to offer. I wouldn't say they are bad candidates either. I know that also Governor Kwankwanso is interested in running for president. So I think it's just important for us to wait and see. The party has only started selling its expression of interest forms and not even nomination forms yet. So I think it's more important for us to wait and see before we jump to any conclusions.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that, maybe this is not the time for the APC to go for the presidency. They need to spread their wings more locally, with the National Assembly and the state governorship. One of the states that they've held, interestingly, which they won in 2011, was Nasarawa State. And we did hear today that the Minister of Information might be resigning in the coming week because he's going to run for governor in Nasarawa State. And he might be a serious factor, considering the fact that the present governor has had impeachment drama, which he overcame eventually. What are the chances there, do you think? For Labaran Makuya, if he eventually goes?
His chances are as good as anyone else. He's been a minister. I mean, the federal might is behind him. So I think he has a good chance of emerging the governor. But again, the state is a tricky one. Yeah. I mean, it's in the grasp of the APC at the moment, so he has to fight like everybody else.
We've seen in the last couple of elections that the states being in the control of the APC is not necessarily a factor anymore, especially because most people didn't think the federal might be that important with the local elections. But Ekiti State was lost. We saw what happened in Adamawa State with impeachments, and it looks like a lot of politics has happened there, and PDP is already in power again. Should APC be worried in states they control?
Well, you say that the states where APC is leading are not a factor. I think the states where PDP is leading are not a factor. I think it's an open ball court. Anybody can play anywhere, and it's just important for one to play their politics appropriately and rightly in the context of the situations on ground. The politics of Nasarawa is very delicate, yes. And I think it's also early to call that one party will take victory over the other. I mean, whoever emerges from APC will definitely have to put up a fight.
A lot of people have drawn up maps, okay, if they get the Southwest and the North, it's okay. Do you think those two blocks are definitely going to go to the APC? Because that's the mathematics that people are making.
I do not think so. I have fears for Lagos as well, because, I mean, the politics of Lagos can swing anyway. I mean, we all saw Jonathan win Lagos handsomely in the 2011 elections. So the electoral map of Nigeria is not cast in stone as it is. It can swing anyway. It depends. Sometimes the politics of Nigeria depends on who the candidate really is for the party. People vote for personalities more than issues and ideologies and all of that. So I think more than anything else, the candidates will play a big factor in who emerges in different states. So the electoral map is not cast in stone, like I said earlier.
Yeah. Perception, they say, is everything. PDP seems to be on their way to their graves, basically, until they changed leadership and Adamu Muazu became the chairman of the party, and things look completely different from what they were like in January this year. So it looks like they have a political sort of maverick on their side. The APC has always had Balaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who people said brokered a deal allegedly in 2011 that made the PDP win most of the Southwest at the time. With these two people sort of in charge of both parties now, what do you think is going to happen with the general elections next year with all the politicking?
Well, I can't speak on what I don't know.
Yeah.
I definitely cannot say that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu sold out the Southwest states.
Allegedly, that's why I said allegedly.
Yes, and I'm saying that I don't have that information either. I have great faith in the leadership of the party. I don't particularly think that the leadership of the party would shoot itself in the foot for any reasons or the other. I think that the people who are the helm of affairs in APC are people who have made great sacrifices, personal, financial, etc. And so it's unlikely that they will sell the party out. That's my point of view.
What about Adamu Muazu? Any worries there for anybody there?
Well,
seeing how, I mean, he's done a great job, you must say, in the last couple of months.
Absolutely, he's done a very good job. But one must consider that you must consider his antecedents as a former governor. APC, from its inception, has had a very stable leadership in the former chairman, Chief Bisi Akonde, who equally is a former governor, and who was able to stabilize the merger process and the handover to a new leadership. The new party chairman is also a former governor. So in praising or giving credit to Adamu Muazu, we mustn't also forget that there are some strong men on the other side.
Yeah.